what you believe, what you're atheist, whatever the case may be, whatever you are, when you listen to Dr. Amy Rucker speak, you're going to believe it. Whether you think you don't or not.
Thank you.
I believe that truly, man. So what do you think has been the hardest message or sermon that you've had to deliver?
There's been many of them.
Yeah.
It has been a lot. I think because when you're a pastor, you have to still preach when you're broken.
Sure.
And some of the greatest sermons first preach to you. Mm-hmm. And so you have to go out and, like you just said, convince people that their situation is turning around when your whole life looked like it's falling apart.
Come on.
And so some of the hardest ones is transitioning from, like, getting ready to walk through a divorce, or when I decided that I'm going to close a physical church and going through the struggles of that. There's just been so many times that it's like when you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, you're like, but God, I know you're going to work this out. I know you're going to turn it around. And so I can't pinpoint a name of a particular one, but I know there's been moments where I got to believe this same word for myself, even though I'm speaking it to them, because life will hit you hard. And you got to remember, when you're in the cloth, the warfare is at a higher level.
You're getting on every... It's on 50 level.
It is.
No question.
But even for people like you, right? Anybody that's doing something productive is constantly under attack.
It's at you.
They judging everything you say. They're judging everything you do. They're judging how you move. They're judging what they think, again, what they think you should be doing, how they think you should be doing, what they would do, and they ain't doing nothing.
Not a thing.
You be trying to tell folks how to do something. You ain't doing nothing, but you're trying to tell me.
That's wild. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, CDL Cigar and Golf. I am your guy, Donnell Thomas. We are coming to you live from the Westside School, Power 88, in their podcast room, man. Doing things a little bit different, man. I know y'all used to seeing me, in the cigar lounges and, out on the streets and whatnot. But we brought it into a more quiet setting today, man, because I got a friend of mine here who has always been legendary to me. That's how she ended up here on the Links and Legends podcast. For everybody that knows, you already know that's the goal, that's the motto. You don't necessarily have to be the most popular person, but as long as you're doing legendary things and have your boots on the ground, you are legendary to me. I have in my presence, look, y'all, I got to take my time on this because not only is this a very important person in general, this is a very, very important person to me. This is my friend. We got 30 years of friendship right here sitting at this table, man. A millionaire ministry marketplace leader, making big history as the youngest female pastor in the city of Las Vegas right now. Dynamic force both in the pulpit and the boardroom.
Come on.
Yeah. Very, very anointed, powerful, and eloquent voice for this generation. I have in front of me Pastor Amy Rucker. How are you today, ma'am?
Hi. Listen, I would say that I am a first generational preacher.
Yes.
That I came from a single parent household. Yeah. That I used to be, a fighter. Don't be shaking your head.
No judgment here. We don't judge.
Don't be shaking your head.
We don't judge.
But I beat the statistics. Yeah. If nothing else, that if you would have looked at my past, you would have thought like, okay, how did she become who she is today?
Sure.
Because it wasn't lining up to what it was going to.
Absolutely. No doubt about it. Yeah. Well, I mean, us growing up essentially together.
Right.
And, coming from the same environment, I can attest to that. That's a thing. Everything that you just said is a thing. Yes. So, I mean, people that really don't, fully understand or don't have the drive towards success, just take a look right here at this desk. We grew up in those same environments that y'all may be growing up in right now,
Right.
and think that you can't make it out of.
Right.
But you have classic examples right here at this desk, man, that lets you know
It's
that
possible.
you're gonna be all right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Even to parents, though,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
their kids may be wayward or out of control and they don't know. Like, we went to some rough schools. We played sports. We were
Man.
popular.
Yes.
And so that means we came with a lot of attention and a
Yes.
lot of stuff we could have got into.
Yeah.
But trust that you put something in your kids that
Yeah.
when they get a little older, it'll turn out all right.
No doubt about it. So if you could go back and speak to your younger self, younger Amy Rucker, what would you say to her?
Don't let people put their lids, their labels, and their limitations on you. People will always tell you what they think you could be.
Man.
They'll try to put you in the box of what they think you should be like and how you should act, and especially being in ministry, you be put in a lot of boxes. Oh, you shouldn't talk like this. You shouldn't dress like this. You shouldn't go here. You shouldn't be around this. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. And so there's so many strings that people will constantly put on it, but that be their fears.
Yeah.
And that's their path. And so you got to tell people, look, you got this. You can do this. I would tell myself, like, and don't let anybody shrink you.
Sure.
Because what we'll do is we'll let little seeds that people plant, and it'll cost you years. It'll destroy your confidence. And so I would just tell her, hey, you were born for this moment.
That's right.
You were made to do something great.
That's right.
And can't nobody stop you but you.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely it does. And I think we can all, tell a success story to our younger self for sure.
Right.
And what we, the things we may or may not have done, or the things that we, may have done different or changed or said different or done different, whatever the case may be. But I think it's really important that we're able to at least recognize. Because a lot of people don't even recognize the mistakes, from their past.
No.
A lot of people don't recognize them. They think they just waltz through life and everything's been all good. They just been unfortunate. No, the decisions that you made in life leading up to now has shaped what your life has become, good, bad, and different, right?
And it's funny you say that, because even at this grown age, people still making dumb decisions, listening to the wrong people. Absolutely. You letting people talk you out of opportunities, out of marriages, out of things that really God designed for you. Because I always tell people this: anything great for you gonna challenge you.
That's right.
It's gonna challenge you to be better. It's gonna challenge you to be more. But we get in situations and we want to be comfortable, and comfortability is the enemy of your growth. And so, like, please don't let people shrink you, and stop listening to the wrong people.
Please.
Man, the wrong people will set you back.
Years. Yeah.
And so, and it's going to affect your future. Like we said, those decisions, like, so we got to, he talks about awareness. We got to get old enough to be aware, like, nah, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do what's best for me. Because the enemy loves to talk in your ear, to talk you out of stuff and talk you in the wrong stuff. And so, man, I see it all the time, being that I'm a person that's in so many different spaces. I'd be looking like they finna make the wrong decision, not knowing that that's not even God, or you listening to just illegal voices.
Illegal voices. I'm your host, Donnell Thomas, CDL Cigar and Golf. I'm here with the great Dr. Amy Rucker. Look, let's get into a little bit of the religion, little cloth.
Okay.
just a touch of the cloth.
The cloth.
And this could be controversial. But I don't care. I don't care about controversy. I really don't. Okay. But in your opinion, what lies, fibs, mistruths has religion taught people about money, purpose, and your calling that you aim to correct?
One of the biggest ones I would say is that being broke ain't biblical.
Come on now.
Like, there are so many references in the Bible that God wanted us to be wealthy. He wanted us to have more. He came to give us life and life more abundantly. Another lie is women aren't supposed to lead. That they're supposed to be silent and not we misconstrue text because we don't understand how to properly exegete it.
That's right.
And so when you don't understand how to use the Holy Spirit, to understand what it's saying, you'll always get it wrong.
Yeah.
So I always get attacked for being a women pastor, right? Because they're like, oh, women aren't supposed to be in leadership. And so Paul said it, not God.
That's right.
And then he was talking to the women of that day for that culture. So you have to know who the author is, the audience, and what's the argument. Yeah. And that's not for this time. And so, but I want to go back to the one about being broke ain't biblical.
Yeah.
Listen, God wants us to be wealthy.
Yes. Yeah.
The world can get planes, jets, houses, and cars, but you want the pastor to be struggling.
Yeah.
Well, watch this. Why would I want the person struggling and then you trying to tell me about faith?
Yeah, that make no sense. Why would I look for confidence in a person that has no confidence?
Correct.
Come on, y'all. We got to get it together, man.
Listen,
get it together,
we have
please.
to.
Please.
We want pastors to be broke. I need the pastor to have a plane because if he can get a jet, I can get a jet.
Look, can I go? Pastor. Can I go, pastor? Yeah, what's going on?
But at the end of the day, even beyond that,
Yeah.
you don't got to be perfect to come to God.
That's right. That's right.
You are
Absolutely
progress
not.
at work, not a work in progress.
Come on.
You're progress at work because in the kingdom, you're working backwards. It's already done. You're not fighting for something. It's already done. And so your progress, you're just in work of what has already been perfected.
Yes.
And so listen, don't let people, like, here's the thing. So, because you said one of the lies that I would tell people is like, your behaviors take time to undo, even though you get saved.
Sure.
So people be like, oh, well, aren't you saved? But you still smoke or you still drink. Or, for instance, this is called the Cigar and Golf Club.
Yeah.
They probably like, what is a pastor doing
Right.
at the Cigar and Golf Club?
Right. People
But I
gonna
know
try to
you're not a
judge.
sinner.
Right.
That's the thing.
Right.
But they'll look at just that and be like,
yeah, that's not supposed to be happening. No, it actually is.
It
It actually
is. And so quit judging people by what you see on the exterior.
Yeah.
Not even having a conversation to see where they are.
Absolutely.
And you don't know where they are.
You have no idea. Come on.
And you can set a person back with your judgmental self.
Absolutely.
Not knowing where somebody is.
Yeah.
And I said like this, and we could go on, is that you might see them smoking a cigarette or whatever the case may be, and you're like, oh, they're doing this and this and this. But you didn't understand they used to smoke 5 packs a day and now they're down to 1.
Yeah.
And so you can't put your mouth on people, not
Can't
knowing
do it.
where they are in
Can't
God.
do it.
Just keep encouraging them and be like, hey, I'm going to love you too. The stuff fall off of you. And so I hope somebody be able to get that.
I love it. Look, man, I got a follow-up question to that. Some along those lines. So what's the most misunderstood thing as far as aspects of being a woman in ministry? Because you get those naysayers, like you said, women shouldn't lead, women shouldn't be pastors, women shouldn't be preaching in the pulpit. I beg to differ, because I've seen women all my life growing up preaching and being leaders in the church. Not necessarily the actual pastor of the church, but there are leadership roles within the house that women have taken on. So what do you think about that?
It keeps us stuck.
Yeah.
And we don't get the fullness of God.
Yeah.
In the Bible calls a woman a helpmate. So if God gives you somebody that is a helper, that means she has intuitiveness that you need.
Yes.
And so when we try to discount the voice, we'll miss out on so much of God. Yeah. And so that's some of the myths that we have, is that we should be silent, submissive, and out the way, seen and not heard. Right. No, it was the woman that ran to the tomb and was like, hey, y'all, he's gone. The body is...
Amen.
And so
that's he ain't getting no more.
Right. And no part of that was leading over a man or trying to usurp your authority over it.
It was all information.
That's it. Like, hey.
Hey, y'all might want to check on this.
And so I just hope people can grow past that and understand that women have purpose. And it's 80% women. Church is right now.
Yeah. Knowing when to say no. And it's a mental balance that you and really like a mental tug of war that you go through, sometimes, because you want to do your best to try to please everybody, but that's just not logical. It's not.
And that's why a lot of people look inconsistent, because they want to please everybody. You gotta break free.
50 million places.
And you can't. And so then
can't do it.
And when you do that, you stretch yourself thin. So then you look inconsistent in all these different areas because you ain't fully committed in none of them.
That's right. Yeah. Makes no sense.
It,
Yeah.
it's gonna stress you out too.
Oh yeah.
And weigh you
Big
down.
time. Big time.
So, yeah.
Big time. You won't be no good for nobody. Not even yourself.
Not even.
I want to be at least good for myself.
Not even yourself.
I want to be at least good. For
Which
me.
is the most dangerous part, because
Yes.
let me just segue, because I know that's not what
Please.
you asked,
Please.
but
No.
a lot of stuff I do is I'm in a relationship space.
Yes.
I even have a relationship book,
Yes.
and partners have unrealistic expectations because of that right there.
Mm.
They think the partner is supposed to be the source of their happiness,
No.
not knowing that you have to be happy within you.
Yes.
So what you just said, because you're people pleasing, you have depleted you
Yeah.
and have nothing left,
Yeah.
and now you're looking for other people to feel something that you were supposed to be responsible
That's right.
of managing.
That's right.
You have to manage your money. You have to manage your mind.
Absolutely.
You have to manage your mental health.
Yes.
You have to manage your you have to be in control of that.
Yes.
When you try to put it off on other people with these misplaced expectations, you're gonna always
Gonna fail every time.
all money ain't good money.
Come on now.
Integrity actually leads to income. That's a biblical principle. And so if I get it a certain way, now those people have leverage over me for a lifetime.
Yeah.
And so doing all these kind of foul things to get it, it don't last. Money is simply a tool that just reveals what's on the inside of you anyway.
Yes.
So
Yes.
when you get money, if you're already integral, you're going
Yeah.
to do
You're
integral
gonna- yeah,
things.
absolutely.
And so that would be one of the ways I would say is just know, like, hey, what do I got to do in order to get it? And we're
Yeah.
seeing a lot of it now.
Yeah.
And I definitely do not want to bring it up on this podcast, but there's so much going on in the earth
Yes.
where you see people like, I did all these degrading things for riches, for wealth, for fame.
Oh no, we can bring it up.
No.
It's okay.
No.
It's okay. This is Links and Legends podcast. I'm your host Donnell Thomas, and we can bring it up.
Be trying to get
We
me
can
in
bring it
trouble,
up.
y'all. We can't bring it up.
But we know if you know, you know.
If you know,
And
you know.
And you, even if you don't know, you probably know.
Right, right.
It's everywhere. So there's
everywhere.
that. Yeah.
And so, but when you look back, how do you feel about how you got
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
And then it don't last, because usually what the enemy gives you, you never have it when you start doing right.
Dude. Nope.
And so how I balance that is just one, making sure, am I going to be pleased with how I have to get it?
Sure.
Two, if I get it this way, is it going to be sustainable?
Yeah.
And so three, it ain't worth compromising.
Nope.
Because God is he said he owns the earth and the fullness thereof. So, I mean, there's more where that came from.
Yeah. Tons.
Right.
Tons.
Because the skill set is what you need.
Yeah.
When you have something to offer the market, there's money is easy.
Come on. what you believe, what you atheist, whatever the case may be, whatever you are, when you listen to Dr. Amy Rucker speak, you're going to believe it. Whether you think you don't or not,
Thank you.
I believe that truly, man. So what do you think has been the hardest message or sermon that you've had to deliver?
There's been many of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It has been a lot. I think because when you're a pastor, you have to still preach when you're broken.
Sure. Sure.
And some of the greatest sermons first preach to you. And so you have to go out and, like you just said, convince people that their situation is turning around when your whole life looked like it's falling apart.
Come on.
And so some of the hardest ones is transitioning from, like, getting ready to walk through a divorce, or when I decided that I'm going to close a physical church and going through the struggles of that. There's just been so many times that it's like when you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, you're like, but God, I know you're going to work this out. I know you're going to turn it around. And so I can't pinpoint a name of a particular one, but I know there's been moments where I got to believe this same word for myself, even though I'm speaking it to them, because life will hit you hard. And you got to remember, when you're in the cloth, the warfare is at a higher level. You're getting
it's on 50 level.
It is.
No question.
But even for people like you, right? Anybody that's doing something productive is constantly under attack.
It's at you.
They judging everything you say. They're judging everything you do. They're judging how you move. They're judging what they think, again, what they think you should be doing, how they think you should be doing, what they would do, and they ain't doing nothing.
Not a thing.
You be trying to tell folks how to do something. You ain't doing nothing, but you're trying to tell me.
That's wild.
None.
I genuinely have never understood that.
None.
And it happens every single day.
Every day.
How? Sir, ma'am, you're doing nothing.
Nothing. But talk about people that are. Oh, but I wouldn't do. Oh, but she was that little. And you'd be like, really?
No.
But
yeah. Hush it up.
Eagles don't hang out with pigeons
They
anyway.
really don't.
So
they really don't.
We are not worried either way.
No time.
No. Well, first of all, we don't even worry. Eagle don't even worry about the crows that's on their back.
No.
Says they just fly to a higher altitude to where the crow can't even survive.
I gain higher speed.
That's it. That's it.
Come on, y'all.
So when you say stuff about people, you just give them more momentum.
Yeah.
Now everybody go check it out.
Yeah.
And then here's what happens. When they go sit down with Donnell and you done spewed all of your lies and tried to taint his name and did your little smear campaigns and try to make him look away. And then when they sit down, they be like, that dude was so cool. He wasn't nothing like they say. And you be looking like, hey.
That's all I got for him is a Kanye shoulder shrug. I don't know.
Don't be nothing like they say. Be like, wait, there ain't no way they describe the same person.
Yeah.
That can't be.
I've seen it time and time again where I've allowed someone to smear another person's name in front of me. And generally, I don't even stick around for that stuff.
Correct.
But there's been a few times where I've heard people out.
Right.
And when I get in front of said person, it's nothing as they describe.
Right.
Total opposite of what they describe.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not messing with you no more.
Correct.
Because this is what you do, apparently.
Correct.
You go on smear campaigns, and I'm not for that.
Correct.
I'm not for smear campaigns, man. Look, man, CDL Cigar and Golf, man. I'm your host, Donnell Thomas, Links and Legends podcast. I am here with the great Dr. Amy Rucker. Yes, the great. I will continue to say it because that's what you are.
Thank you.
So how do you prepare mentally and emotionally and spiritually for just regular speaking engagements? Because being in the pulpit versus talking to the public at large can be two totally different mindsets, right? So how do you prepare for that, man? Being able to, I guess, switch those hats.
Yeah.
Right?
One, you always know the audience.
Yeah.
You scope out any room that you're going to go to before you get to it.
Yes.
Understand what the assignment is. So that's first. That's like two A's already, right? The audience. Understand the audience. Understand the assignment. Yeah. If I'm here to talk about money, I shouldn't be over here talking about this. Yeah. And stick to the assignment. A lot of people don't realize they never get called back because they didn't stick to the assignment. If I say 10 minutes and you go 15, we ain't inviting you back. No, let them go, but we ain't inviting you back. Yeah. And so those are the two biggest factors is, okay, and then create the content for what it is that the host or the person is asking, wow, watch this, while still being authentic.
Yes.
So don't think I'm going to not come and talk about God when God is in me.
Come on now.
So when you invited me, you knew I was a woman of God.
Knew.
So I'm not going to pretend like, oh, well, we're going to invite you, but you can't say Jesus. Or you can't mention God. Well, then you don't want me.
Not gonna happen.
Right.
You now that ain't going to happen.
Right. So again, stay true to you. Be authentic.
Yes.
And then there's mental preparations. Like, okay, then you get your content. Then you got to know, like, there's a flow, knowing what you're going to talk about, praying about it, spending some time with God. Like, hey, what principles? Because here's the thing, principles is transcending. Yes. I only teach principles. Yes. Like, because principles work from one arena to the next. Mm-hmm. And so what are the principles in this that they could pull from it? And the practical steps that I can give them. Yes. I'm one of those people that I like to give you practical steps that you can go do today so that you can begin to see the transformation immediately. Yes. So switching those hats, those are some of the three things. How can I stay authentic to me? Yeah. How can I complete the assignment to the at a very high level, professional, and then knowing my audience and what they're requiring before I even accept the engagement. Because if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. Yeah, like, absolutely. No, I'm not finna go over here and talk to the, no. Like,
it's not in alignment. You gotta, it has to be
there
spiritual.
There you go, there's another
too.
A. It has to be
spiritual
aligned.
alignment, man. It has to be. If I can't aid a situation, like, what am I doing?
There you go. If I can't add value to it, there's no
reason
point
for me
in
to
my
be
presence.
here.
Yeah,
no
that's
reason
true.
for me to be here. No question about it. So let's get into these books, because not only are you a wealth of knowledge, just in every sense of that word or every sense of that phrase. I mean, you've put your knowledge down in black and white.
I have.
You've put it down in black and white. So what led you to write Relationships Roadmap? And
That's the first book.
And that's the first book, because we're gonna get to this one. And how is it different from other relationship books?
Most relationship books teach you what to do. Relationship Roadmap teach you what not to do.
Oh.
And that's the biggest distinction. Most people tell you, oh, do this, do this. Well, mine is don't do this. Because when I wrote the book, I wrote it when I knew I was getting ready to leave a situation or a marriage.
Sure.
And it was the most painful thing, because it was like, God, how can I be authentic in this? And you want me to give a relationship book when mine's falling apart. Remember, there you go. Remember you asked about the hardest sermon?
Yes.
That's one of those times. It's like, you want me to put out a book about a thing that people will be like, well, she's not succeeding in it.
Right.
But he said, but you're not writing about all the things you got right.
Right.
You're writing about all the things you got wrong. So then that they could take the wisdom and not do the things.
Yes.
If you can put the pitfalls, then they'll be able to use the wisdom to grow. And so, like, a lot of things that women, like an example of something that's in that book is never weaponize a man's vulnerability. Meaning, when he tells you something in private, it is your job to protect it.
Yes.
It is your job to be safe.
Yes.
It is not your job to bring it up in a marriage. And so the book was about things that God told me I got wrong in a relationship. I was like, God, when he began to show me, because what we tend to think as women is that we are perfect. I didn't do anything wrong, and he just did these things to me. And one day I prayed. I said, God, show me the errors in my ways. And when he rolled out a map, I was embarrassed. I was like, whoa.
Scroll. You like, word?
Right. Me trying to
did that?
Right. I was trying to justify stuff like, God, but this happened. But then wait, but he did this. And God was like, yeah. But yes, he may have did the action, but your reaction is what I hold you accountable for. He said, and so he taught me in that moment, he taught me how to respond well.
Yes.
He was like, how you respond to anything that happens to you still is going to be the consequence on you. And man, that was one of the things. He was like, look, when a person tells you something, especially a man, if you ever want to ruin your relationship, is to bring something up he told you in his most vulnerable state. And you weaponize it. And I was like, oh my gosh. So that's just one principle. So you can only imagine how many, and it's full. It's 10 chapters of just principles that people, when they read it, they be like, thank you. I needed it. Like, I even think churches should just take it and build their own trainings around the principles that God gave me. Just so many things. How a woman plucketh her own house down with her mouth. And with her hands. And that's Bible.
That's Bible. That's Bible.
Right. Right. Not knowing how to speak to a man without emasculating him.
Right.
And it's just so much stuff that I still love that book to this day and still use it. The principles I still apply today.
Yeah, absolutely. So the new book.
Relationship. Oh no.
Ready,
set,
grow. You just recently had your book release party, which I wasn't able to make it. Obviously,
it was for women
I wasn't
only.
even invited. How about that? I wasn't invited.
It was for
It
women.
was only for women anyway, but that's a good thing. I think that's a great thing, because you gear this book toward the women, and I think that's a fantastic thing when someone that has been through what you've been through can let women know, hey, these were my mistakes. These were the things that I messed up on. I don't want that to be anybody else.
Right.
And for you to be able to sit and write this wonderful piece here, I mean, tell the folks about it. Like what do the people need to know about Ready, Set, Grow?
That It's a definitely it's a 31-day devotional
Yes.
to women to help them stop shrinking, stop playing small, stop not operating at the level that God has called them to be, but to grow in their mindset, to grow in their womanhood, to grow in their faith, because growth is intentional and nothing changes until you do.
That's right.
And so the book is about becoming the woman that you want to become so that you can live the life that you desire to live.
That's right.
A lot of stuff is what we get is, one, like you said, our choices, but our choices are only bad because we haven't changed how we haven't grown in the areas. We haven't changed either the strategies or the systems that we need. And so this book, when I say it's gonna help you with everything, I'm talking about money. It says, girl, get your money right. Girl, get your priorities straight. Girl, stop people pleasing. Girl, forgive yourself. Girl, celebrate yourself. Girl, get up. Like the very first insert is called "Girl, Get Up." And that's when like God was like, okay, you've cried. You've been broken. Now get up and become better. Because a lot of people, they just go through stuff, but you got to grow through it. Because if not, you'll make the same old mistake. So they're wondering why, well, my life still looks like it was, because you're still the same person. You didn't grow from any of the pain that you went through. All painful situation has purpose. We just got to find what the purpose is.
Dr. Amy Rucker, I want to thank you.
Thank you.
For gracing the Links and Legends podcast today. Look, let the people know where they can find you. Let the people know where they can find the book first.
Listen, I'm on all social media platforms as Dr. Amy Rucker, from Instagram to Facebook to Twitter. One of my Twitter's account got hacked, but you should, if it has like a little weird face, don't worry about that one.
We ain't doing no avatars right here.
Right. And then my website is just www.amyrucker.com. The book is on Amazon and Barnes & Nobles and coming to Walmart soon.
Oh my God.
I know. So that's a deal.
Wally World.
I know.
That's
I'm working on some major stuff.
That is gigantic. And you're on TikTok. See, that's why I follow you heavy on TikTok. Of course, on Facebook as well. But with TikTok, man, I get the inspiration right now.
Because all my platform has different stuff. So if you're not following me on certain ones, like Facebook, I don't really even post videos.
Right.
TikTok's is more inspirational and encouraging. And Instagram, it might be more ministerial.
Sure.
So
Absolutely. Look, I want to thank you so much for gracing the Links and Legends podcast. And you can come back anytime you feel like it. You already know that. It's my friend, man. 30 years worth of friendship with this woman of God.
Listen.
Right here.
Ma'am of God.
Yes, ma'am of God. I like that, man.
The ma'ams and sirs of God.
That's right. Look, man, I want to thank everybody for chiming in. Links and Legends podcast. We appreciate everything that you guys do, man. Keep listening, keep watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Peace and love.